Hello everyone, this is the Let's Get To It channel. Today we were reviewing the new Harley Quinn movie, Birds of Prey. As always, with me, Jonathan and Swan, and myself. I hope you guys enjoy. Please hit that like and subscribe. Let's get to it. I went to the movie theater with Jonathan, and we watched the new Harley Quinn, obviously. And
Gay.
I tell you what, it was actually a bigger crowd than I was expecting. We went the weekend after the release.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a lot crowdier than I thought it would be. I thought the crowd would die down. Normally, that's a good sign of a movie. And to me, this was actually not a great movie, but it was a entertaining, good movie.
It felt like it was worth my money to go see it.
I was thoroughly entertained.
I agree with that, Swan. I wasn't upset that I spent my money on this one.
Yeah.
This was one of the better DC films, in my opinion. It was hell of a lot better than Superman versus Batman. I thought it was better than Justice League, Suicide Squad, and the new Aquaman. It was just the better DC movie that came out. So what did you guys think about overall first impressions of the movie?
I liked it.
Yeah, I liked it. It was a very, what's the word I'm looking for? Female empowering movie. Does that make sense?
I didn't feel. I see. That was one of the things I liked about the movie. I didn't feel any like female empowerment, even though it was a cast about all females. They didn't try to make it about females, though. All honesty, there wasn't like a reference about how like a female is taking down a male and a male is holding her down. It was just.
No, I'm not saying like that. I mean like, it made a movie about females without it having that connotation.
Yeah, that's what was really good about it. It was an actual all-female action movie that was good and didn't push any propaganda in your face.
The female, yeah.
But you said
That's what I was talking about.
you said it wasn't about a man holding a woman back, but it was about Harley Quinn breaking from the Joker.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, she was never held back. She was lifted because she was dating Joker. That's why she had the immunity. When she broke up, that's why everybody started killing her, because she did so many fucked up evil deeds to different goons and gangs around, I guess, Gotham, and they wanted revenge. And Black Mask was one of them. Or Black Mask?
Well, no, he didn't want revenge.
Yeah, that's why she wanted to kill him. Was it because he wanted to fuck her, or wanted to get revenge? I know it was one of the two.
Oh, killer.
It was the killer?
He wanted to cut off her face.
Yeah.
Because she broke his driver's leg.
Yeah, she broke the drivers and he did a whole bunch of other stuff too.
Yeah, like whenever they did like the cutaway with him, it showed like etc.
Yeah,
There's a bunch of different things, etc. or more and more. She did a lot of things to him.
How did you guys feel about the overall fluidity of the scenes?
I mean, the way they did, it wasn't really fluid, but the way they was good. Like, you know how like like in this movie, it did a lot of backtracking of like, hey, let's rewind to this point and let's rewind again to this point. They did a good job of like not doing too much of that together. They spread it out pretty good. They didn't do it like, they only did it a few times instead of like constantly.
They did it twice in the movie to catch up on stories in the movie, and I didn't know that through the movie. I even asked Jonathan, I was like, can Harley Quinn break the fourth wall? Jonathan, what did you think about the overall scenes in the movie? What was like one of your like favorite recollection of a scene?
Well, I like the scenes. I thought they really flowed together well, even with the backtracking. I would say my scene that I enjoyed the most was with the egg sandwich.
Oh yeah, that was awesome.
And in the end, she gets her egg sandwich.
At the end, she finally gets her egg sandwich. One of my favorite scenes is the whole scene when they go into the diner and they meet the old Asian guy who owns the restaurant. And all of a sudden, you go forward in the movie, and then she gets betrayed by him, and they do that entire scene where she said business is business, and she kind of understood that. I haven't seen a movie where that, like, was accepted. Normally when somebody says business is another revenge movie going after it, and I like that premise is that she understood that business is business. Who was your guys' favorite character in the movie?
I like Black Canary.
Dude, Black Canary, 3 dicks up. 3 dicks up for Black Canary. She is so fine. Dear Lord.
5 dicks for me.
You always try to dick me up all the time.
I have unlimited dicks. I can't help it, man.
Quit dicking me up, all right? I know it's Valentine's Day, but I don't need you to dick me up all the time.
Hey, don't you remind me that I'm going to die alone.
Single, what is it? Single day awareness?
Single awareness day.
Single awareness day today.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, Black Canary was really cool. She didn't really show her powers until the end.
You know what I found out about her? That's Jussie Smollett's sister.
So she's gonna fake a hate crime here soon.
Maybe.
Nah, makes sense. My favorite character was actually Huntress.
Really,
She
you
was
like
the
Huntress,
hottest.
the
I
what was
thought
it,
she was
crossbow
hot.
killer?
Yeah, I was looking at it's her. The actress is Mary Elizabeth Winstead or Winstead, whatever. She was the girl that Jonathan. You ever seen Scott Pilgrim Saves the World?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, that's Ramona.
Oh, shit. I thought she looked familiar.
Yeah, like that. Ever since I thought she was hot in that movie, and like it's like she looks familiar and she's hot. Like I don't know what it is about like her face or something or her hair, something just like it does it for me more than the other girls. But the other girls are hot.
My favorite character was
Even
I think
the
it's
old cop.
Scar, right? The guy with the guy that cut the face and everything.
Foster's brother?
No, that's Victor Zsasz.
Victor Zsasz.
Yeah.
All right, I liked him. Whoever played him did a phenomenal job. He creeped me
Oh,
out the
yeah.
whole movie.
Played a good nut job.
Dude,
yeah,
that scene early in the beginning with the I guess the Korean family, the guy he was trying to do business with, he cut the face off of the father and mother in front of the daughter, and then he was going to let the daughter go until I can't really remember.
It was a snot bubble.
It was a snot bubble in her nose, and he's like, never mind, that's disgusting. Take her face.
Yeah.
That was freaking crazy, man. That was a great villain. All right, normally that's one of like the make or breaks. It was kind of weird having a movie that's based on a villain and there's a villain in the story.
Right.
But throughout the transition of this movie, it kind of made Harley Quinn become like a good person, like an anti-hero kind of, more
yeah,
than
like
a
she's
villain.
in the comics now.
Yeah.
That's what she's like in the comics now.
It's a really good transition of a character's development. I liked how they introduced. Well, they really didn't do any backstories on any of the characters whatsoever. Black Canary, Huntress. I can't remember the Latino cop's name. I can't.
They did the most
Rosie
backstory on her.
That's
And they
not-
didn't do
that's the actress
barely
name.
anything.
Well, Rosie Perez is just a police officer who's been after what's his name, the villain guy,
Black Mass.
Black Mass. Yeah, she was
Yeah.
did that. But they never really explained Black Canary's backstory. They never explained anything, how she got her powers, where she came from, or nothing, which I really like because that's a good way to introduce a Black Canary movie or whatever.
Well, they alluded to her mother. Well, what her name? The detective's name is Renee Montoya. She alluded that she knew her mother and that she had the same power.
Yeah, I remember that, but it's a great opening to sequels for Black Canary because I think Black Canary is going to be one of the heavy hitters in the Birds of Prey. How did you guys like the overall acting in it?
I thought it was pretty good.
Dude,
Yeah.
Margot Robbie pulled off Harley Quinn in such a tasteful way.
Yes,
You
she
know-
got the
you know what
voice
my
down,
best-
the look, everything.
The acting, the chaoticness, is just the goofiness, the dutsiness. It was just she hit it out the park. She brought
Yep.
that movie together.
My favorite thing, it was a little quirk. I don't know if you guys caught on, but whenever every once in a while Harley would break back into her psychiatrist state of mind, sort of.
Yeah, no,
And she would start
she
diagnosing people.
yeah, she's smart. She's like that in the comics. She was like, I'm not stupid. I have a PhD. In like one of the scenes after somebody called her stupid, and she jumped on his knees and broke both of his kneecaps inward.
Yeah.
That was like in the opening scene there. That was pretty cool. All of a sudden, she just jumps on this dude's knees, and his knees cave in, and it was just grotesque and awesome. But my favorite, like, non-main character in the whole show was Bruce, the hyena.
And you know who he's named after.
Bruce Wayne?
Bruce Willis.
Of course.
Oh, I thought it was Bruce Willis.
Yeah, Bruce Willis is in DC, you fucking retard. God.
I mean, he could be.
I'm going to call your mother up right now and ask if she can still swallow you. You just do not need it. Like, we need to put, like, a government FBI quarantine tape on her uterus because she makes retarded-ass kids.
It's fine.
What would you guys rate this movie? And we've seen IDM. We've seen all the critics rating it. Let's throw that out the window. Our personal opinions of the movie.
I would give it overall a 7.5 because, I mean, like Darren said, I don't think it was a bad movie, but it wasn't excellent. But I was thoroughly entertained. I liked all the action sequences. I liked the fight scenes. I liked the villain. I loved Black Mask. I thought he was very formidable foe for a little while until his demise, which was a fucking great way to kill somebody, might I add.
I'm going to go a little lower, actually. I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10.
A 7 out of 10.
Yeah, a 7 is a movie that I don't mind paying for.
So you're not going to Price is Right it this time?
No.
I'm going to Price or Right it, and I'm going to go below him, and I'm going to say
my explanation.
Okay, hurry up with your explanation.
And I'm going to finish my rating first, sir.
You said
give
7 out of 10.
And I'm going to give it 3 dicks up for the entire cast and 4 dicks up for Huntress specifically. So that's 7 dicks up.
So 7 out of 10. That's where you got it from.
Exactly.
Oh man.
Each
So
of them 7 inches
we figured out the limit of how many dicks you can give. 10. I would say I would go with Swan on this one. I would say a 7 out of 10. It was a good movie. It wasn't a bad movie in any sort of fashion, but it wasn't the best movie I've seen. It had great action in it. It was quirky. It didn't really appeal too heavily on sex appeal too much, even though the women were extremely hot. I mean, Margot Robbie, come on. Have you guys seen the nude scene from Wolf on Wall Street? I still beat my dick to that image to this day. Just an overall great movie. It had its violence when it needed to. It had its comic book moments in it where it didn't make sense at all, like the hyena.
You know what I thought of? It's
What?
like if it was on TV, I would watch it. I wouldn't go out of my way to go watch it's on at this specific time. I'm gonna go.
So
watch
it's
it
like
then.
something if you have
If I'm searching through the channels, like, oh shit, this is on. I'll watch it.
yeah, I mean like I said, we said a preview, like we weren't upset that we spent money to watch it. All right, guys, I just want to thank y'all for joining us today for reviewing the Harley Quinn movie. Obviously, there's a whole bunch of fucking syllabus afterwards, and I'm saying the title wrong, but it's The Birds of Prey. I hope you guys enjoyed this shit show that had to deal with me, Jonathan, and Swan. I hope you guys like and subscribe. Please join us on the Discord app. There will be a link in the description. I hope to see you guys there. Have a Merry Christmas. See y'all.